Tired of being frustrated while searching for tech jobs with the government? Not knowing where the hot spots are in this industry can make your job search even harder. I've been in the GovTech industry for over 15 years and I've lived and worked in 7 different states and 3 different countries throughout my career. So I know exactly which cities you should be looking for when you're searching for jobs that other people have no idea about. In this video, I'll be breaking down the 7 top areas that you should be looking at during your GovTech job search that'll help you speed up your job search process. But before I get started, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button because I'm dropping valuable tech videos on my channel every single week and you don't want to miss them. Colorado Springs, Colorado. This area is home to Space Force and other government agencies, so there are so many jobs out in Colorado, but most people aren't even looking in this area or they just don't want to go there because it's cold. But trust me, this area is a place that you want to look at because it's a lot of opportunities since other people aren't looking at jobs there. One of my coaching clients, he actually went from the military straight to working in Colorado Springs making 6 figures. So he immediately 4 times his income once he left the military. Now I know you might be thinking, oh, I have to work in the military to get into this industry. No, that's not the case. I got into this industry at 16 years old with just 1 tech certification and I help people get into the industry all the time. Now let's get to the next city and state that most people aren't looking at when it comes to looking for GovTech jobs. The next city is Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is one of those super slept on areas that has an extremely high government presence. They have a lot of different colleges with research institutions that are helping and doing research for the government. There's also a government base out there. I ended up working at this base. It's called Hanscom Air Force Base. It is out in Boston, Massachusetts, and Hanscom Air Force Base has a lot of jobs that are constantly being posted. So if you're interested in living and working in this area, they do hire people and they have jobs that are sponsoring clearances. So I think it's a great area for you to look at. The next area that you should be looking at is Arizona. And I'm just going to say the whole state because there's a lot of different cities in Arizona where government contractors are hiring people to come out there and work. Arizona is the home of manufacturing for the aerospace and defense industry. So most of the airplanes and most of the systems that you see out there. So that's why there's so much opportunity. A lot of different flight tests are being done out there. So much testing is being done. So if you're somebody that's looking to get your foot in the door, Arizona is a great place because most people just have no interest in living there. And it's not too bad of an area when it comes to looking at these different jobs. And if you want to relocate to get into this industry because you want a job that's going to sponsor you for a clearance, you have to keep in mind that a lot of these companies will pay for your relocation. And if they don't pay for your relocation, ask them to give you a higher salary bump or ask them to give you a sign-on bonus to make that relocation even easier. I personally think that it's worth it. I've moved and lived all across the world just to work different jobs in the GovTech industry, and I don't regret it one bit. Hey, I know you're watching my video right now, but I want to invite you to a special opportunity to come to my 5-day 6-figure tech challenge. In this 5-day challenge, I am challenging you to get to that next level inside of your career. If you do not know what strategy you're going to use to get into your first GovTech position or either get into a role that's going to sponsor you for a clearance or you're trying to move up in your career, by the end of these 5 days, you will know exactly what you're going to be doing to get into your first GovTech role. You will have your GovTech resume. You will also have my strategy that you can use to build wealth with your tech career. So if you're interested in working with me in my 5-day live challenge, you're going to spend 2 hours a day with me, right? So after 10 hours of these 5 days, you'll have everything that you need to actually start making progress. So I give you the worksheets that you need, spreadsheets that you need to start making progress in your GovTech career. So if you've been watching my videos, but you haven't actually been making any progress, now is the time to take the challenge. So sign up for my 5-day 6-figure GovTech challenge. The link is in the description below and I'll see you there. Next, we have an area where people actually might want to live at because it is a sunny place. It's very warm. It has a lot of beaches. So the next area is Orlando, Florida. I'm sure everybody's heard of Disney World before and Universal Studios and all of the fun things that they have in Orlando, but Orlando, Florida is the home of NASA and they have the Kennedy Space Center. The Kennedy Space Center is the premier NASA campus. It has over 90 different government contractor companies that work at this one location. So you have an extreme amount of opportunities just in this one location, and this doesn't even cover all of Florida, but I would say say that Orlando is probably going to be your best bet to get your foot in the door because they are hiring so many people and there are so many smaller government contractor companies. So if you keep an eye out on Orlando and seeing what different companies are posting different jobs, you can look them up on clearancejobs.com and just select the city Orlando or state of Florida, and you'll see all the different jobs that come up. With our next area, we are going back to the desert. This is New Mexico. So New Mexico has a big government presence because they do a lot of testing out there. So there are a lot of different people who literally have no interest in going to New Mexico, but it is a way for you to get your foot in the door. They're always hiring people in help desk. They're hiring people in system administrator roles, entry-level cybersecurity roles. So there's a lot of opportunity in New Mexico. One of my coaching clients went from no experience whatsoever, working at Best Buy making $14 an hour, to getting a job in New Mexico that sponsored him for his top secret clearance with absolutely no experience. So if you want to get a government clearance and you're open to moving to a different city, you only have to stay for 1 year. It's going to help you push your career forward that much faster. And New Mexico is close to another big hotspot in GovTech, and I put this hotspot inside of my GovTech 101 course. If you want to learn more about the hundreds of different GovTech cities and countries that you can work in, I put them all inside of my GovTech 101 course, so definitely check it out. It's the first link in the description below. The next city on the list is Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama is a great location to live at. The cost of living is low. It's a nice, slow-paced city, but it has tons of government presence here. Huntsville, Alabama is home to NASA, MDA, and also FBI and many other government contractor companies. There are so many jobs that are in Huntsville, Alabama, and people aren't even looking in that direction. If you open up clearance jobs right now and select Alabama as the state, there are over 2,100 jobs just in Alabama, and they do sponsor clearances here. So you just got to look on clearancejobs.com, go look at these different jobs and look for the jobs that say you must have ability to obtain a U.S. government security clearance. And lastly, the #1 place to look at for GovTech jobs is, of course, the Washington, D.C. area, also known as the DMV. The Washington, D.C. area is home to the government. Almost all government headquarters are located in the D.C. area, so that is why there's such a large presence here. You have airports, you have the government agencies, and then you have the government contractor companies that are also supporting the government agencies. On top of that, with everything being moved to the cloud now, you also have Amazon AWS, you have Microsoft, and you have Google. So you have all of these different FANG companies that are now supporting the federal government and state and local government with their cloud projects. And I personally think working at a FANG company in the public sector space is the best of both worlds. You get the high FANG salaries, plus you get the stock options, and you get the government security clearance. So when you bring both of these worlds together, you have high salaries and job stability, and you get to work on the cutting edge technology. There are literally thousands of jobs available in the DC area, and they're always hiring. Even recently, one of my friends who's a GovTech recruiter, she posted a help desk job with a base salary of $82,000 in DC. So the salaries are great in the DMV. By getting your government security clearance and working in the tech space, you're going to be making higher salaries and you have a lot of job stability. So there you have it. Those are the top 7 areas to look for government technology jobs when you're on your GovTech job search. If you made it to the end of this video and you're still curious about the hundreds of countries and cities that you can work in GovTech, I put all the information that you need to make finding your first GovTech job as easy as possible in my GovTech 101 course. If you're ready to get your foot in the door in GovTech, grab GovTech 101 for $27 in the first link in the description below. I'll see you inside. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more GovTech videos, and I'll see you in the next one.